College applications are stressful. I can't even lie to you. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Wangari Mwangi. I'm a first year at Harvard University. I make college related content. Thank you for coming. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. Thank you for supporting your girl. My applications were filled with moments of joy, of elation, of like excitement, of anxiety, of fear, of anger, tears, sadness. Like, I don't even want to say depression because like it's not been diagnosed, but like low-key, there were such low moments, there were such high moments and such low moments. And I understand that so many of you are going through this, especially having submitted your early action or early decision. And I hope this will be helpful for people once they submit their regular decision. I just want to help you guys manage these emotions and deal with them in a way that's not destructive, in a way that's productive. And by making this video, I just want to reach out to all of you virtually, tell you that you're not alone. So many people are going through what you're going through. That should be a source of comfort for you. And let's get into this video. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about a more serious topic, about how to deal with or how to manage like the anxiety that comes with college applications. I've been through this and I'm not like a registered psychologist or anything, so I'm not giving you like psychological advice, if that makes sense. I'm just giving you a few tips that worked for me when I was going through the process and a few things I wish I did better. So let's start. The first thing is allow yourself to feel those emotions. I've talked to people who are like, they wake up and they're so excited, they dream about like going to that university, then in a few minutes the anxiety creeps in of, oh my god, what if I don't get in? This is such a big university, this is such a good university, so many people are applying, what if I don't get in? I think it's important to allow yourself to feel those emotions. Like, don't stifle them, allow yourself to go through those roller coasters, because the more you try not to think about something, the more you end up thinking about it when you're distracted and like in later times. And at some point, your emotions like that you've buried will blow up in your face. So I think it's important to allow yourself to feel the emotions to some degree and deal with them as they come. Another point related to that is don't let people minimize your emotions, you know. Don't surround yourself with people who you tell them, oh, I'm so nervous, I might not get into this university, and then instead of understanding where you're coming from, they either belittle you, they're like, oh, you're wasting, yeah, that one you can't get in, that one is not for you, or someone who overhypes you too much, where they're like, ah, you're sure you'll get in, you're a hot shot, 100% you'll get in. Because I think it's important to have some balance. Like, don't be overconfident and don't be too deprecating. There's a balance that you need to maintain, and it's important to surround yourself with people who help you maintain that balance. Decide whether you want to talk about it or not. You know, there are people who want to talk about their emotions and they find help in that, and that sometimes you just don't want to talk about your emotions and what you're going through. So if you don't want to talk about it, tell your friends, tell your family, just tell them, yo, I don't want to talk about it. And family can be very irritating sometimes in the way that they're always talking about like college apps. They're always, do you think you'll get in? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Just be like, please respect my boundaries. I don't feel comfortable talking about this, and I don't want to talk about it. It puts me in a bad place mentally for the rest of the day, and I would appreciate it if you know, back off a little bit and let's just not discuss it. Even your friends should understand that people don't always want to talk about things. On the flip side, if you want to talk about it, find someone who will listen. I think it's very important to find someone who will listen. They might not understand what you're going through, but the fact that someone just listens is very cathartic, you know. It's very helpful and very soothing to the soul. It could be someone going through the applications who understands, it could be someone not going through, it could be a family member who doesn't understand it at all. Just find someone who will be a listening partner. I don't know if that makes sense. Lol. And then also, you guys, venting is the best. Venting out your emotions is like the best thing you can do. And I've said this before, there's a time where one of my friends, I vented to them, and like I didn't like the response, because they were like, oh, it doesn't matter, whatever happens doesn't matter. And like, like, it makes me a bit angry, because how can I have worked so hard for something that obviously matters to me, and then you tell me it doesn't matter? I know the university you go to does not determine your worth or your self-worth, but it matters. Fact is, the university you go to, it matters. There's a reason why I decided not to attend a university in Kenya and go all the way to a university in Massachusetts, because, you know, it matters. So this is kind of I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but let's be honest with ourselves, let's be honest with each other, and like, just accept the university you go to matters. That's why there's a whole list of rankings of universities that comes out every year, you know. Next thing is manage your expectations. This sounds bad, but like, prepare yourself for rejection, emotionally, psychologically. Rejections are part of life. You will never be accepted into everything. I don't know if people are always accepted, but like, myself, I got rejected from a good number of universities. And prepare yourself mentally for rejection. Prepare yourself in that you need to detach yourself from that university. You are not the university you go to, and the fact that you got rejected from MIT does not mean your self-worth has reduced in any way. It just means you are not a good fit for the university. And even in the rejection letters, they always say, please note that a rejection from us does not mean, it does not reflect any way on your character. It just means that we had few slots and too many applicants. That's all that it means. It does not reflect anywhere on your character, on your worth. It should not affect your confidence. I know it's much easier said than done, but preparing yourself in the few months you have mentally is really helpful. I did not do that at all. I was very cocky because I got into Princeton. And so a rejection from MIT hit me hard, especially because it came a week after an acceptance. So prepare yourself, especially psychologically, for rejection. Next is, don't compare yourself with other people. Whether it's people who are applying, whether it's people who got into a university, please, comparing yourself is one of the worst things you can do. Do not look at another person and be like, oh my God, they got 1550, me I got 1450. They got 1550, me I got 1450, so they're better than me, so they'll get in and me I won't get in. No, do not compare yourself. There are so many factors that go into an acceptance. There's something you bring to the table that they don't, or there's something you're better at that they're not. And maybe the application, the admissions office is looking for that thing you have that they don't, or is looking for the thing you don't have that they do. So do not compare yourself. Also, do not compare yourself with people who got into those universities. Don't say, oh, my application looks like Sandra's. I also got 1510. I also did math club. I also did science club. I'm also a woman in STEM, so I'll definitely get in. Don't do that. As I've said, there's so many factors that go into your application. I had something you don't have. You have something I didn't have. And you never know what's going to happen, considering how low acceptance rates are to these universities. This one, I will fight you. If you do this, I will fight you. You see those calculators, those ones at the calculate your chances of getting into Princeton University. If you use those things, I'll fight you right now. Fight me. Those things are the worst for your mental health, for your ego. Me, those things, guy. At my acceptance, those universities, first of all, they're never correct. There are so many factors that go into an admissions that an admission person is looking for that those calculators don't take into consideration, because you just put in your SAT score. I remember I did one for like Caltech and then they have like colors, so there's like a red part, a yellow part, and then a green part. You guys, I was at the 0% chance you will get into this university. Bitch, guess what? I got in. And then for a school like Vanderbilt, I think it was like 60% chance I'll get in, and then a bitch didn't get in. So those calculator thingies are useless. Don't use them. They'll just ruin your day or make you happy for no reason. Like, just don't use them. Don't use them at all. Next is the power of positive thinking. You need to think positively. As much as we are mentally preparing in case we get a rejection, you need to think positively. You need to tell yourself, look, I've put in so much work, I've put in so much effort, I've done the best I could. This university is my dream. I've worked towards this dream. I'm hopeful, I'm praying, and you know, God will do this thing for me. And if he doesn't open this door for me, he'll open another one, because I believe in God. And it doesn't matter whether you do or you don't, but I believe that when God doesn't open one door for you, he has a reason for that. And my mother raised me on this. She always says there's a reason and a purpose, and all things happen for good. You never know. You know, I always thought I'm an MIT type of person, and now I look at myself and I'm like, bitch, you would have died, you would have suffered. The friends I've made, the connections I've made, the professors I've met, so amazing. And God knows why he opened for me the Harvard door, which I didn't want to be opened, and closed for me the MIT door. You see what I'm trying to say? The next thing is get a new hobby. For me, it was the gym. Deadass. I started going to the gym. I decided, you know what, I'm tired of just like feeling lazy. I've always been like plus size my whole life, and I wasn't going to the gym. Okay, initially I was going to the gym to lose weight, but now I don't give a fuck about losing weight. I don't care. I'm happy with my body the way I am. Love yourself, you know. But I started going to the gym every morning, Monday to Friday, and I would listen to podcasts and playlists, and it really made my day hellish because, you know, all parts of my body were hurting. But it really made me have an outlet for all my anger and all my frustrations and all my happiness, and endorphins are amazing. So I'm not saying start going to the gym or whatever. Find a new hobby, start making music, start playing the guitar, start running, start jumping rope, start gardening, start thrifting, start a blog, start a YouTube channel, start a WordPress site, start making clay pots. There's so many things you can do in this world. You're literally, the world is your oyster. Do whatever you want. Get a new hobby so that you can vent out your emotions in that way, in a way that is healthy, rather than just, you know, letting them pile on top of each other. Oh, also another thing I did was I binge watched movies, because there's a period of like 2 months before I started my job. I just binge watched movies. I watched the whole of Gossip Girl all over again. I watched the whole of New Girl all over again. I watched what series did I watch in that time? Oh, I watched The Society. I watched Trinkets. I watched the show for this Indian lady. Oh my god, the doctor, what's her name? The doctor, she's Indian, she's hilarious. Mindy Kaling. I watched Mindy Kaling's show. Oh my god, love it. That's the time I got into podcasts. I started discovering podcasts. I read so many books. I can't even tell you the number of books I read. So it doesn't have to be an expensive hobby. Just watch movies and books. It might not be the most healthy, but it's better than nothing. And then last but not least, this one is a bit strange. Remember, it's not the end of your life. It's the beginning of a journey. We are 18, 19, 16, 17 years old. And what seems so important and so life-changing right now might not seem as important with the help of hindsight. I'm not saying getting into a good university is not important. I'm saying that I remember the way that I felt like if I didn't get into this specific university, my whole life was going to crash. My whole life was going to burn down. My whole existence was going to cease. I was going to live under a rock and just stop living on the face of the earth. And in hindsight, I realized that was not a healthy way of thinking. It's partially because I didn't have a support system at all. I was in this weird place where I was an applicant and the person helping people apply at the same time, and I wasn't in an organization that had many people. So essentially I was doing a lot of things by myself, and my friends who were not applying really didn't understand, and it created this rift where it was like, we don't have anything to talk about because I'm not in university. I don't have a university. They're in university in Kenya, and I didn't have a support system. And so it's very important to have a support system that will remind you that life continues despite whatever happens. And in my psych class, something we learned is humans are really bad at predicting our happiness stroke sadness in the future. And I had this notion that if I get into a good university, my life will be set. I will be happy. I will be swimming in the river of milk and honey in the Garden of Eden. Nothing will go wrong anymore. My life will be perfect. And then now I'm sitting here with all the problems I have and how imperfect, how not perfect my life is. And I wish I talked to people who are in universities so that they could tell me that the grass is greener on the other side, but there are patches of like drought, you know. And I think if it's possible, reach out to a person who goes to the university you go to. It's not hard. Just Google hashtag like Princeton 23, Princeton 24, Harvard 24, Pomona 22. You'll find people who have hashtagged their pictures and whatever. And like reach out to them, send them a DM. People are so nice. And ask them how is university, honestly, so that you can realize that it's not a land of milk and honey. It's hard. It's amazing, but it's not like the thing that will change. It's not the thing that will make your life. I'm not going to say it's not the best thing that will happen to you, but it's not. I don't know how to word this, but I hope you get what I'm saying. So anyway, that's the end of this video. I'm going to stop rambling because I wanted to keep this short and sweet. Short and sweet. Did you play the song on repeat? I'm going to stop now. Thank you for watching. If you're still here, subscribe. No, wait. Am I subscribed? You have subscribed? You haven't? You have subscribed. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope by the time this video is up, we are either very, very close or past my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I really want to hit that goal. Thank you guys for supporting me. If you have any questions, if you feel like reaching out to me to chat about whatever, to chat about mental health stuff, I'm not like the most conversant with mental health things, but I can help, or I can forward you to resources and people that you can talk to. Please prioritize your mental health. I know, coming from Kenya, coming from Africa, mental health is absolutely nonsense. And it's important, you know, it's important. So thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Okay, thanks. Bye.